Audio true testimony. Hey y'all, this is for the public and the courts. And really, I want new lawyers and judges, people to go forward. What you're looking at on the left is, well, here's the court in New Orleans. A drunk driver almost killed me. That's all what this is about. And everyone's failed since 2019. And I'm writing the opposing parties. The drunk driver, I can't find him. Carlos Jimenez Gonzalez, DFW area. And I'm right by saying this, that y'all need to get rid of him. He should be in prison already for the rest of his life. This is still my problem. Chronic back and neck pain, right? There's a time date stamp right there. So I'm requesting a extension. Now this is facts how MAS is deceptive and a criminal. They lie and say that something happened with my records, right? So it's a form of harassment. Now I'm going to show more evidence and facts. And I suggested to get help. I can't even move. I didn't sleep for I didn't sleep for 4 days, and my left leg is ripped from a recent wreck, which I have to get out to everyone. It's a SBJ something. It's the last plate, a black vehicle Q60 Infinity that had been in wrecks because of their bad driving. And I have to say this with this case to go forward against the police. She lied to them, McCallum people, and the courts. I'm having a problem getting papers and starting a case against her and the police. And lawyers are a main problem. Like I said, I just showed you the facts and evidence, and I can't move. Okay, the police did not come to the wreck. They wouldn't go. The drunk driver, if you look at the video I'm going to show you, it shows more than enough evidence to make Progressive Insurance pay. They never paid for vehicle damage or body damage, which is even worse, the body. And they lie and deny. So yes, this is going exactly to requesting extension on the case and opposing all the parties. The Carlos Jimenez Gonzalez, drunk driver himself, and to get as much as possible property money and put him in prison forever. And Progressive Insurance, same thing. I want to put those people in prison because they're not going forward, and they've been nothing to make my career and life miserable. And Emmett Thompson Law Firm, 2811396 is very key and vital to the whole case going forward because it really happened, and it's upsetting that no one's acting right. MAS Law Firm was the worst because they never had permission to go forward with the case and lie. What I'm going to do is show you the waste and the losses of time, money, time, and wages, right? Because of the wreck, because of my money, because of my body. This was a key sightings to a reporter's record and PACER registration. That proves I've done everything right with the rules, but it doesn't work. Okay, look, this has to be to go to the world and new lawyers and judges, because Fifth Court has say they have 12 chief justices, but they'll lie one day and say these are the justices and go to them in the hope, and they won't. And then the next day they'll put out 12 other ones, and I'm like, you can't commit crimes, and they've done it. And I can say their names because I did mail the video to Burns, right? But the rest of them don't. Okay, these are guilty people right here, right? And this is going forward because I had to waste all. See, you can see I'm shaking because of the injury still. I had to go to pay for all this in New Orleans. One person did the right thing, but these is a list of them, and KOCH is a boss of and he didn't do the right thing, and neither did Garcia, Breedlove, Clinton, Rossini, and another one. And it's just wrong that they won't go forward. And you can see I've done all the right thing. I've contacted them. These guys are really bad guys. They won't cooperate, and they'll lie. He lied all the way through quarters. We're peering quarters. They went behind my back and didn't have a time date stamp. Okay, so this is major. for years I've had that out, and they had the nerve to say there's no evidence and you weren't here. And I'm like, you lied and told me that you were having a hearing in November, and this is Vincent lying in court. And it's not in alphabetical order. And these are real crimes in Texas. Okay, so here's one that he did major. There is the index order out of order, alphabetical. That's not in alphabetical order. Okay? And that is his lies. He withheld minor Libyer Matt Hoffman Del Val's addresses, and he didn't tell the truth about his real address and name and number. So, also, this is going to the MP4, but this is all real, as you can see, right? Time, date, stamp. And there's audios that are on the videos, and there's audios that are on the videos, and there's documents like Vincent lying 14 times, and I have proof of it. There's one of them right there. He lied, and that there's no signature. The court, so that's a part of suing Morin, and he lied 14 times on that one. January 23rd was the exact. Now here's the evidence of the emails of them lying, those dates. No signatures, misinformation, not telling the truth, lying about courts and hearings, deception. This is a main one. If you can see that, that's November 4th, 2024, right? And that's a main one I wanted to use against all of them. Fifth Court, even New Orleans now, for misinformation, and 298th Court. Tabalowski. Jennifer Jacobs operated with a failed license, and Tabalowski was wrong, and Vincent lied the whole way through. So that's a key to sue minor Libyer Matt Halfland Dalval. And they never told me the truth, and you have to do that. And I'm writing the opposing the parties, requesting extension to make them do the right thing. So, one of this is going to help someone get help. And because of my body's so messed up, and I hadn't slept for 4 days just because of that, I'm able to make sense to you sometimes and say the right thing. But the people really aren't helping me, my so-called friends. But it can't get any more real than this, right? And the Dallas police would not go to the location. I was going to the Dallas VA. I went 30 south on Hampton, and he was failed to use turn signals, was texting, drinking, and driving, and you'll see all the proof right here and evidence right there. That 30 was that way. That's Hampton. That's how bad the wreck was. There's a beer bottle. He tried to hide it. So he really did run and flee the scene of the crime, and he's never paid Progressive Insurance. There's the bottle of alcohol right there. That is an alcohol bottle. I got a very minimal glance of him turning into me and hitting me, and I saw a beer in one hand and a cell phone in the other. So that's committing crimes. And I got him. I could go to police detectives and all those guys and have them help me record all this and put it forward. And I have to be like that to the news and say you got to get rid of them. And this is even a part of evidence against criminals there too. So I felt stronger, like, okay, the courts are going to do the right thing. I have all the evidence. I've done all the right things. And the worst thing was Thompson Law Firm, 211-396, went behind my back to MAS. I never said they could do it, and they got worse. Solano lied, and then these were the actual attacks and threats. Shelton, Mijolian, and Tate. No one ever forget those names because they committed crimes against me, and they try to throw you off. All a lawyer's going to do is lie to you and take your money. All a lawyer's going to do is take your money and lie to you. So this is as far as I was going to try to go today, because even to call New Orleans, to go down there and call them, is not going to help me. And I don't want to, but I've had to ask for help about, and I need help with everybody to make this go forward, right? And it's very hard. It's very upsetting that I have to go through all this to, I'm oversharing, but it's right to go forward, because the hardest thing for the next couple weeks is to stay sane and go buy a thumb drive, whatever that is, a USB, load these videos to there and send them to the court and pray. And it's time date stamp going past 11. I'm going to go to 11:33 because I'm showing you what's right. This is what I had to do to go forward. All the evidence, right, is right there. So that is all certificates of service, writing to opposing people that failed, that won't communicate. That's the monetary damages right there. So you want to get people to help. That's very important, because that's the damages, more than $5,000, right? And Progressive, like I said, they are not the right people to go to and work with. Honestly, this is a request extension to go forward and request more time, because this is already out, right? There's a major one right there. Crimes committed on those audios right there. The last names I have can say again. There's documents